Hi, it's Vanessa, and welcome to the 2023 Energy Read. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the energetic themes that I sensed are coming through for this year. And it is snowing outside, as you can see right now. And I just thought, new year, new energy. I really love the snow. True story. First time I saw snow, I was fall from the sky. I was 34 years old. I still feel like a kid whenever it happens. All right, so it's good to be back. I intentionally took a couple of weeks off of making videos and being online, and just, engaging with the external world, because one of the collective shifts that is happening in a very much more apparent way in 2023 is that it's very important for us to put our own energetic stamp onto the year rather than the other way around. So humanity is reaching this point where we are no longer allowing ourselves to be imprinted upon with external programming, even if that external programming is coming from our lineage, so it comes up through our DNA or through the mainstream media. And so it was very important to me to take that time away and really get aligned and committed with my natural rhythm, with my energy for the year ahead. And so it's good to be back, and it's good to be back on a day that it's snowing. And also, as we enter into Aquarius season, I am still an astrology newbie, but the more I learn about it, the more I am blown away at that energetic system to understand the larger dynamics at play. So that's a little bit of an intro of what we'll be covering in this video and kind of a welcome back spiel. If you're new to me and to this channel, welcome. My name is Vanessa Smith. I am an energy guide, coach, and mentor for transformational healers, teachers, and messengers, here to shift the paradigm and build the new earth. So I'm glad you're here. If you haven't already checked out the Old Earth, New Earth series on this channel, the playlist, please make sure to do that. And there's many, a wide variety of videos, I think close to 30 at this point, all about understanding the paradigm shift that we're in, knowing how to navigate the energetics, and really giving you some more specific tools to further own your unique role within all of that, right? You have a vision, you have a purpose and a mission. Just got a snowflake on my nose. And to really own that, because you have an important role to play in this transformational time. So do check that out. And again, if you're new, please do like, subscribe, comment, click to get notifications, share with your friends, all that good social media stuff. Appreciate you being here and tuning in. And if you'd like to know a little bit more about the work that I do and what I can support you with energetically and in mentorship, go to vasmith.com. As of yesterday, it's a brand new website, so please do go check that out as well. And now I'm going to go into the energy themes that are showing up in 2023. There are three main themes that I will be covering in this video. They are timeless themes. So if you happen to find this video at any other point in time, that simply means that there's information in it that would serve and support you in the moment that you find it. But as an energy reader and as an energy guide, I specifically am looking through the lens of what's going to be the most relevant and resonant information for those of you that are in my soul group, right? We all have a soul group, and I do have a video on that in the Old Earth, New Earth series of what's that all about? And another video is, are you in my soul group? So go check those out as well. I can put some links in the description box below around that. And so I tune into what's going to be most relevant and resonant for myself and for those in my soul group, right? Those in soul group is different than those you have spiritual agreements with, or, who might be in your family lineage. They are specifically where you have, it's like a fractal, right? You have overlapping themes that you're working on together. So These are the themes that are coming up for this next year, 2023. See how long I last out here in the snow. Just take a breath before I start to share any more info with you. I'm excited because I haven't been on video for a couple of weeks now, and to come back in an astrological new energy as well as with the snow is like making me a little giddy and excited. So we'll just take a breath, more conscious breath in this moment. All right. Theme roots, they're always helpful. All right, theme number 1 for 2023. First theme is anything out of integrity will fall. And this means personally and collectively. So again, anything out of integrity will fall personally and collectively. Now, for those of us that are sensitive to energy and are kind of in the heads up or in the know already around like the, sort of mastermind play that has been unfolding for the past couple of years, it's very much like a hooray kind of moment as we witness, breakdowns and breakthroughs that have been happening over the past couple of years. But if you can see this, as 2020, we moved into 2020 with, a different kind of energy. Many of us didn't expect the way things played out as they did on a global collective level. And we really spent these past few years becoming more aware of where we were out of integrity, right? When, no matter what you did with this time period, like physically in your own life, the way that energy is moving, energy is the undercurrent, right? It's that which appears to be invisible. For me, I can see it and hear it and sense it and know it on multiple levels. But for many, it is, it appears to be invisible. And so the way that we begin to notice how energy is moving through our life and is affecting us is through what we make visible, how we behave, how we think, how we feel, the relationship dynamics that we have, right? We're continually getting evidence in our external world as well as our internal world as to how we are holding and projecting our energy. And so what has not been in integrity for us in relationships, in work, in money, in health, it's all kind of come up to the surface because one of the collective pieces that's shifting, like as a whole in this paradigm shift, transitional time that we're in, is that there's a frequency raise, right? There's many different ways that you can understand the larger dynamics at play, but when there's a frequency raise, there's a refining and a stepping into and embodying integrity. When you're out of integrity, it's of a lower frequency. And so as the frequency raises, all the things that were out of integrity or of a lower vibrational frequency will naturally be pulled out of the system, right? They naturally just kind of, it gets pulled out of the system. So you may have had situations in the past couple of years where some you might have been aware of, there might have been a buildup to it, and others you're kind of knocked out of the blue, like, whoa, where did this come from? Oh my gosh, I need to do something about this, right? So your awareness grew greatly in the past couple of years. And the second piece of that is we began kind of cleaning it up, right? We've been in the starting process of cleaning it up. And so what 2023 is about from an energetic integrity perspective is you're going to really look at like furthering or sort of phase 2ing the cleanup. And what that looks like is the build, right? We often talk about getting rid of the old, like, oh, I don't like this. I don't want this in my world anymore. Let me get rid of it. And sometimes we could be in reaction or resistance to whatever that is. But there's a different kind of energetic when you start to focus on what you will replace it with, right? If you're going to be operating out of integrity in these various areas of your life, right? And I'm speaking all of the areas of your life, money, relationships, health, et cetera, if they need to be in integrity, what would that look like? What is it that you need to do differently in order to create an alignment with integrity, an embodiment of integrity? And so exploring those questions, one, and then using them as the like the planning base for your build on them, right? For taking action. This year is very much about movement and momentum and forwarding the trajectory that you're looking to place yourself on. And so if you find yourself kind of holding back because you've been more in the rhythm of the past couple of years, which has been quite erratic energetically, to be frank, if you find yourself holding back or still playing small when you know you shouldn't, or blah, 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 like whatever the storyline is, you're going to feel kind of off, right? That because it's not in alignment with the larger energetic that is moving through. The larger energetic says, let's go. You've already gained awareness around where you're out of integrity. And so let's start moving with continuing that cleanup and putting the places of the build into motion, right? And so from a soul group perspective, as we each do our part in this, it creates this kind of amplified momentum, if you will. Ooh, my hands are pink. And so that is a bit of the integrity piece from a personal perspective. From a collective perspective, what that means is any of the systems or the structures or collective group think that is not in integrity, mainstream media and pretty much all the systems that exist, those will fall this year. And so what that means is it's going to be more evidentially transparent, if you will, of where they have not been in integrity, all the systems and structures. So basically, the collective is going to become much more aware of not just those that are energetically sensitive or those that are labeled as, conspiracy theorists or whatnot, but like to the average Joe that perhaps salutes the larger narrative and thinks that it's, rah, 100% accurate, they're going to be like, oh, there's now evidence to the contrary, and a lot of it. What are we going to do about it, right? So it's that integrity is becoming more apparent from a collective perspective, and the movement of how we're going to actually address that as a collective, right? And so for those of us in my soul group, we're the ones that are, I would say, very intentionally crafting the new narrative, the new systems and structures. We're here to build the new paradigm. So we've kind of already been working on it, right? We kind of already have our ideas and our know-how when it comes to the vision, purpose, mission. And that's going to be more amplified, more amped up this year. But the larger collective is going to be in this space where they think, now what, right? Like, now what are we going to do? Now that we see that the fallacy in all of these different types of systems, economic, healthcare, education, et cetera, like really how we live, what are we going to do differently? Like, what are the other options that are available, and how can we, how are we going to pivot and make some collective change here? So that's theme number one. And I apologize for the background noise there. I'm not sure if I can turn this off. Yeah, you're just gonna have to work with that. So just roll with that. Maybe it'll be like the point emphasizer. Okay, so that's the second theme that's coming in for 2023 is tend to your world. Tend to your world. So hold on, I'm gonna see if I can make this stop. Just take a moment to breathe and get grounded. Okay, hopefully that will do it. Okay, so the second theme is tend to your world. And what that means is when we think about our world and we think about, oh, what would be ideal, or what would the future me look like, or the future, for my own reality look like, it tends to feel far away, right? It's like down the line, somewhere out there. It's untouchable. And so the tend to your world in 2023 is really looking at how you can take the ideal and infuse it into your present moment reality. So this is exploring the questions of exploring and implementing the questions of what would that look like for me? How would I respond differently to how this moment is presenting itself? If I were to embody the idealism that I often project into the future, how would I take that and use it as an overlay on my present time reality? How would I hold myself differently? How would I speak differently? What decisions would I make differently? And so using these, kind of like reflection questions or inquiries to really start to define how you interface with reality and to tend to your world. So your world is integrity rich, so that energetic boundary is very clearly defined. The communication is cohesive and comprehensive and connecting, right? We can still be very connected with other people as we communicate, even if we're drawing a boundary and like ending a relationship, right? So tending to your world, what in your world needs to be tended to? And that doesn't just mean things that are going wrong, but also what's going right. Like, how do you continue to build upon that and fan the flames, the internal flames of momentum and of really being rooted in your particular reality. Now, again, if you look back on the past couple of years, people are orienting from the wound often. Even for me to reference like the past couple of years, we use the past and often the wounding as the reference point that we root into, like, oh, we don't want to do that again, or oh my gosh, based on this. And it's kind of like tend to your world based on where you are now, integrate the past, right? Like bring that into the present moment for you, but not as a deferential, not as always what you're referring to decide on what you do in this moment. And that is, I would say, like a subcategory undercurrent of theme number 2, as you tend to your world, is you're really looking at like, where's the energy for you in this particular moment? And there's a different kind of spontaneity that comes with that. So if you're a routine person, that might be a little more challenging for you. But the key is from a wholeness perspective, right? You're looking to take that spontaneity and then to kind of weave that into some sort of new patterning or new kind of routine. So that is theme number 2. And then it's like raining and snowing right now. So I'm going to see if I can complete this video in the next couple minutes. The very last theme is about, learn how to heal yourself. Learn how to heal yourself. And here's why. There's so many reasons why. And this is my wheelhouse. It's who I work with. It's what I'm passionate about. It's been my lifelong journey. It's been, the thing I shake my fist at, and also the subject which has liberated me in so many ways. And so learn how to heal yourself. Here's one of the main reasons why. One, you feel better. Like, isn't it easier to do things when you feel better, when you feel like you're well resourced? Yeah, that's the most obvious reason. But when you feel better, you can meet the moment with much more resourcefulness and resiliency and presence and to be healed means, not just that you have more energy. Yes, ideally that would always be the case, but also that you have the clarity, that you have the groundedness, that you have the nervous system regulation, that you have the consciousness and awareness to know when you're acting out of an old pattern or old program, right? And so vitality is quite literally the true currency that we're all after, right? Because it's from that space of vitality that we can better access our vision. We can better access, our vision for the future or our vision for this moment. We can better access our our energetic discernment and our intuitive know-how. We can be able to communicate more clearly, more from a space of alignment. And I want to say specifically more in connection with our heart and our soul. And there has been a very intentional play at hand for the past couple of years specifically, and prior to this point, to facilitate a disconnect between the heart and therefore the soul. And so there's the vitality that you're looking to create and the healing, the self-healing that you are looking to do, which you can facilitate. Highly recommend. I'm a big fan of, getting connected with the right healing facilitators, right? Transformation facilitators. I think that's incredibly important. And I believe that we should all create our own vitality council. Who's on your health team? Because we do need external support in certain circumstances. And we also have the ability to heal ourselves. Our hands are healers. Our body is a self-healing mechanism. We are a dynamic, open system from an energetic perspective, closed system physically, but there's an interplay between the physical and the energetic. And so when we start to access our remembrance of how to heal ourselves, we create a whole different kind of dynamic within our own reality. And then when we do it as a soul group, we create a whole different template of how the collective operates in the world. And this is part of the replacement of the systems and structures that are currently breaking down that have a very different point of view around what health is and what healing is. That is, again, out of integrity and, in the process of transforming. Right now, we're in a transitional time. And so it's incredibly important for you to get yourself dialed in, tend to your world, be in your integrity, have your energetic boundaries, and be vital. Have vital life force running through you, because we all have access to it unless we are running on autopilot. And the larger narrative is pretty bent on trying to take us out of our birthright to health, healing, and vitality, because that's where the gold lies, and that really is the currency that we're after, our energy source. So with that, I am going to I have my computer under a umbrella here so it stays nice and dry. I'm going to sign off, say thank you so much for watching. I do want to make a note that I intentionally did not put up a January 2023 video because it came through so clearly that it was important to tune in for yourself what the energetic for January is for you. Like, what energy stamp are you going to put on the year, and for you to make that decision for yourself. I love coming on here, and I think it's I feel called to offer my overall energy read and energy guidance around the larger dynamics at play. And I love to do the monthly reads and be in service in that way. But January, I just intuitively got like, nope, it's on each of you to make that that tune in for yourself and that decision for yourself. So that's why you did not see a January 2023 video, but I'll trust that this one for the entire year will continue to support and serve you well. Tune back in whenever you feel called to do so. And many, many more videos coming on the Old Earth, New Earth series, as well as a playlist I started a while back, but I will be populating a lot more this year. It's called Your Healing Business because that's specifically who I work with. Again, the transformational healers, teachers, and messengers here to shift the paradigm and build the new earth. So do check that playlist as well. And again, go check out my website. It's brand new as of yesterday, vasmith.com. And for those of you that were interested in the Energy Guide certification, the curriculum is not all new, but it is the whole thing. Just everything is updated. And I do have a bit of a special that's going to be running just through the end of January. So go check that out. I'll put the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. And I will talk with you again soon. Let me see if I can get over here without getting snow all over me or snow on the computer. There's my smooth move out. I feel like I'm in a fort right now. Did you make those when you were kids? I love those. See you.